see you, big fella. I see you. Okay. Mm, thank you, bro. This is tough. Really tough. Welcome back to another episode of Path 7. Also, find the others. Um, this piece is more about, well, this is more of a, no, you got Three Kings, which is pretty much everything pertaining to my entire brand, which I'm rebranding soon enough, probably as Celestial Anu or something different. Maybe as the like the Beyonder as in Marvel, or the Beyonders, or something really different. Three Kings has served its purpose. It's more of like me trying to appeal to a redemption arc in my life that I never actually had to go down. It was something where I was more of being emotionally manipulated into believing things that I had no attempt. I should have never even just went down those timelines. People were extorting me of my energy, of course. But yes, this piece here, I want to name it Globby. For some reason, I don't know. It reminds me of like a globby kind of, not a flubber kind of feel, but more of just, I don't know. I felt like I was kind of like in a tough spot last night. I was in my mom's basement, kind of just like creating. I just got finished. What was I doing? I like grounded my area, so like everybody pretty much was putting their expectations in these wrongful, I hated you kind of vibes out here. So I was like, you know what? I could do nothing but embrace the situation. So as I was painting, I had a lot of up and down emotions, but this is Globby. The crown here is always for Basquiat, or just symbolically to everybody's crown chakra that is opening, which coronavirus actually incidentally helped us focus on. So it was a very interesting period, which was corona, or this quarantine period. Heart down here, the heart being pierced. Also, me, I'm a guy who always believes in keep your heart open. As in saying that, good things happen when your heart chakra is open and you're allowing love to flow endlessly into your life. And as love is flowing endlessly into your life, you can attract the things you want. You can track the timelines in the right dimensions and right people that you need to help you align with your highest purpose. Then you have down here Archangel Michael. I would say I believe I'm Archangel Michael, but at the same time, I believe that I'm an entire pantheon of gods, and everybody's a different iteration of me, because as an Aquarius, I represent the collective conscious, but also I have energy within the 12th house and Mercury, and it's all happening on my sun. So what a beautiful time to be me. And I have Pluto I have Pluto in my sun, Mercury, and in my 12th house. So it is an amazing time to be me. It's so amazing that I kind of love it even more and more. And it's just, you get to places within reality where you just get to places where, you know what I mean, you start to appreciate. Damn. God damn it. This isn't going to stop us. It's not going to stop us. No. It must be somebody throwing a fit. A huge fat old fit. It's okay. It's 100% okay. You know why it's okay? Because when things like this happens, it means you're aligning with certain things that are helping you grow in certain ways. You gotta take your time. There's so many people right here that love it they are. You gotta be nice to some of them. You gotta be nice to some of them. Because the phone may fall again, but you gotta be nice to some of them. I see you, big fella. I got it. I still got it. You still got it. That's why I'm out here. Another iteration of yourself, you know. Putting in this work, you're like, shoot, if he's still working, I'm still doing that. Like, hell yeah, kid, we do this together. And while I'm having technical difficulties, let me also bring you to my brand called Find the Others, which is pretty much my artwork going into clothing. I would love to do a brand collaboration with Levi. Same thing, keep your heart open. Okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta be like, oh, all right, we're here. We are here. Okay. But yes. I'm totally keeping this video. It's okay. But right now, the beings that are behind the veil right now in the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, and the places where we can't physically see, they're probably laughing at me, probably doing some crazy, some disrespectful stuff, probably saying some rude things, but at the same time, I'm not going to pay attention to them. The day's too nice. I finally grounded my energy. I got myself back into a higher vibration, as in attuning myself to things that actually matter and not aligning with things that are no longer on my path and on my journey. So I'm in a beautiful place, and I'm allowing God just to keep leading my path. And as long as God's leading my path, I can never be taken off of places that, you know what I mean? I can only be strayed away from places that I don't belong. So it's a beautiful thing when God does certain things just to kind of take your focus off of things that don't really matter and to align you with things that do matter. So it's a nice thing. It's a beautiful thing, you know? Take everything as another step in the process, because the process is never something that's linear. It's a spiral. It's sometimes you come back to certain places, sometimes you exit certain places, and everything is really out here for your best growth and your highest elevation. So as long as you're living in your life purpose, you'll never have a bad day, because your life purpose is literally bringing you life. And as you're creating and giving life, you like I said, you find people that are trying to help you, you know, become your greatest self. The back of the jacket is a royal scarab. I've heard details, and I've seen like actual images that the royal scarab, boom. That the royal scarab is actually supposed to be representative of the mind. Excuse me, not the mind, but the human skull. So at the same time, inside of that, the Egyptians and these people that seem to be ancient, and you seem them to be like simple-minded and not really that smart. They actually did a lot of things, but you know, as soon as you put it into language, you take away the significance from it, because everything that is put into language can only be what's the word I'm looking for? It can only be, you know, used in so many ways, because as soon as you bring it to human language, it's such a weak vibration. By weak vibration, you know, words hurt people. Words are spells. Words not used correctly can cause a lot of harm into other people's lives. Give me 1 second, my friends. What's up, big fella? We're good. We're not doing bad. Another stretch. Shit. Okay, one more. But yes, my friends, I'm keeping this video just to show that, you know, life throws you a lot of different situations, but it's how you adapt to these situations, not allowing these situations to break you down. So, God bless it. So as in saying that, everything's working in my highest favor, you know? You just got to be able to always adjust. And a lot of my crystals, and I finally grounded my energy, like I said, when on a day like this, when the moon is in Aquarius or the moon is transiting Uranus, it's such innovative change that you have to be able to, I would say, adapt to that change, or you'll be put in situations where technologically or mentally you're not able to grow with the times. So get back to Globby. It's actually a face, and within that face you just have 2 different shades or something, because when I first made it, I was going to keep it boring. If you saw the first step at the beginning piece, it wasn't really too much. It was just kind of a whole bunch of lines. And from lines, I started I did the background first, and as I did the background, I saw a face, but I was like, why not do a face in a different way? This is teeth here, one eye, the other eye, ear here. I just want, my pieces now, I'm just trying to keep things simple. You know, you never need everything to be too much. You just want to keep things just able to be understandable, relatable. More than anything else, we need to be relatable at times like this, because being relatable is what helps people bridge the gap between communication. because no better thing, the most expensive thing in the world is knowledge and information. So if you're able to get that information out and communicate it in a very clear, calm way, everybody can understand where you're trying to go with your process, and you can find people to help you better assist your process in a better state. So it's all about being able to communicate things clearly, and also to just be in alignment with where you're trying to go with your own reality. And like I said, this happened, the actual canvas dropping a lot. I know people are gonna probably like someday laugh and it's just like, yeah, bloopers and everything, but at the same time you want to be authentic, you want to be real. You know, you can't have a spiritual situation, a spiritual like be on a path of enlightenment, and like only take the good things with it. So as it's saying this, it's not that windy, but I understand, like me, I just did a meditation to cut off a lot of like cords mentally with people. So this is a backlash of that. And a lot of people are doing things behind the scenes to me, and I'm like, you know, I can only do but so much, I can only control but so much. So as it's saying, this could be the backlash between a lot of those kind of situations. I'm just taking more time just to like kind of ground my energy and just be in the moment. But as it's saying that, let's just have a moment just being present within this energy and allowing this energy to be what it is. I really do appreciate this piece because when I picked out the colors for this piece, I literally went to the store. I was like, I don't know what colors to kind of pick. So I literally let a customer in the store like say, I was like, hey, I literally don't know what to kind of pick. Can you pick colors for me? These are the colors she picked, and this is what I'm going forward with. And I'm just in a place where I'm just doing this work. I'm not running from this work. And I employ a lot more people to do this work because it's not easy. Nothing in life is easy. Everything that's easy in life, that's easy, you don't want to kind of, you know, you don't want to like equate yourself to it. So as in saying that, like somebody's watching me at a high level right now, and they're like really angry about something that I can't really like put into words. So, you know, I'm just reaching a place where the bigger placement of this whole thing at this point, is just to be present in the moment and just kind of just allow life to be there for you and you to be present with life. Because at the end of the day, I can still use this video to promote my jacket. Neterijkhet means the God body, which comes from Suit Dozer. Suit is another word for Pharaoh. Neterijkhet is the God body. I think he's one of the first people who actually implemented the step pyramids. Like I said, I'm not really a big guy for the Egyptian or Kemetic times anymore. I'm further along. I'm trying to get somewhere around like not Euphoria, what's the word I'm looking for? Atlantis, if not Lemuria, or somewhere a little bit further back. And just kind of get back in root with the higher self and the higher vibration, of which I've always, because I feel like as a being, I've always been here as humanity has been on this process of finding itself and learning itself. So actually, it's really cool to be here and just allow myself to grow in front of everyone and to be humble. And I always want to say this, there's videos that I have on my Instagram, not on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel where I was still younger. Not younger, but just I was transgressing things. I was alchemizing my own energy. And at the time, I did say some things about Stephen A. Smith. At the time, I was extremely angry. He might have said something about like the smoking weed thing or something like totally left like that. And I might have took offense to it at the time because I was like, you don't know what everybody else is going through. But at the same time, I did actually see what he was going through, because everybody's fighting this beast or these beings behind the veil who are manipulating us or attempting to manipulate us into doing things out of our human vessel or our humanly experience of just being grounded and being balanced. So it's one of those things you have to be willing to give. You know, life is also about the equal exchange, the alchemical process of getting information, transmuting that information, and then giving it back to source. So as it's saying that right now, I'm in a place where I'm still getting information. Well, create, alter, destroy. That's how I look at it. You create something, you alter it, then you destroy it, and at that same point of when you are destroying it, you're actually recreating a new situation, a new formula of it. So I'm in a great place. I'm allowing life to just kind of guide me. I'm not doing as much heavy lifting as I usually would. Um, it's just a humbling experience when you can allow like life to really be it, and you stop trying to pressure force on life or apply yourself to life so much. It's just like how much do you trust yourself to align with those versions of yourself that you know you'll never meet. You know what I mean? Those versions of yourself that you never that are ugly. You know what I mean? The parts of yourself that you never really divulge into. How well are you going to be able to alchemize those versions of yourself and do what you're trying to do? Because everybody has the chance of growth and becoming their greatest selves. Is who will take upon that challenge of truly like putting themselves in front of everybody and being able to say like, you know what, I've been through this. This helped me grow. This can help you grow. And that's all it's about. It's not about who looks cool, who deems to be cool. A lot of people are doing things to suffice for other people's like insecurities. I'm not doing anything for anybody's insecurities because I know who I am, and as in knowing who I am, I don't allow people to dictate where I'm going in my reality, because my reality is mine. It's my universe, not our universe. So if I can control my universe, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I become the greatest version of myself and teach other people how to go on that journey and do that themselves? So it's an interesting thing once you actually like can step away from what everybody wants you to be, and you can be what you really want to be. And what you want to be is your highest version of yourself, which is sharing love with people at the highest vibration, and being a carrier for your greatest self, and just allowing yourself to transmute these lower vibrations and get away from these people who aren't serving you positively. Because as you honor yourself by not honoring relationships that you literally have outgrown, you're going to attract people and things that are going to help you align with better situations. You're going to become the greatest version of yourself. You're going to put yourself in situations where you're going to be tested by yourself, which is your subconscious, which is your quote unquote question your ego. You're going to break your ego down so you can really like tap into your heart space to yourself. And as you're doing that, it's all the alchemical process of literally changing yourself and altering yourselves in your DNA. And I want to talk about something that I always wanted that's extremely dear to me. People have conversations when they're scared to say like, my ancestors told me this, my ancestors told me that. There's no such thing as the ancestors. There's only just being able to retrace your blood cells, to re-speak to your blood cells, to change how you're interacting with your blood cells, how your blood cells are being altered by your environment. So when you say your ancestors, yes, you have ancestors, but what's realer than your ancestors are the blood cells that they pumped inside of you, the blood cells that literally that give you life. How well are you transmuting those blood cells? How well are you transcending those thoughts that are keeping you stagnant in certain ways? How well are you like actually like communicating with the nervous system of the planet, which is trees, which is vegetation, which is all the things that help you grow? How well are you pushing off people that no longer serve you positively? How well are you truly like embracing yourself? How well are you truly embodying this version of yourself that you're trying to portray to the world? How well are you going to keep producing this version of yourself that you're trying to correlate with? And it's just coming back to what truly makes people American. And what makes people American is being able to not always fight and die, but to be able to stand against any kind of tyrannical government that stands upon us. And because the government's not really pointing its finger in our face, we are in a militarized state. We just don't see it. And as somebody who sees it, it's my job to actually be the person who like speaks it, know it, and kind of transmute it and give it to people so they can finally be able to make their own decision upon things that they want to grow upon. And that's really it. It's just how well do you want to like actually go upon your own process, your own journey, and how well are you going to just be yourself? You know, everybody's going to distract you, but how disciplined are you to get back to source? What is your connection to source? What is your connection to the divine? Can you fast from the things that no longer serve you? Can you fast from people that you've outgrown? Can you fast from the constant bombardment of distractions? Can you take the advertisements out of your life and starve those distractions? How well are you going to be disciplined in the face of things that no longer serve you? How well are you going to stand upon your truth and really just just not be deterred by anything that's not helping you grow on your own.